Who on earth uses sparkles in their testing videos? What an absolute joke. Well, that would be me, and anytime I get sparkles, I regret it for weeks after trying to clean all of them up. So in this video, I wanted to explore the idea of using a high-quality rheoscopic fluid which doesn't break the bank, but should do a far better job of showing the flow. Let's see if Steve Spangler's Pearl Swirl Rheoscopic Concentrate Fluid is something that belongs in future testing videos, or is this mesmerizing liquid just a kid's toy after all? Stick around to find out. I'm getting set up for our 3D printer duct showdown, and there have been a lot of ideas from you guys about how to better visualize the flow of air. Now, one idea is to use Schlieren imagery, which seems surprisingly simple, but it sounds very complicated, especially when you speak it with a German accent.
Schlieren.
Now, some others mentioned using dry ice. Another idea was to use mica powder, and I know mica from seeing it in rocks. It's also commonly used in makeup, and it's used in epoxy resin pouring to give it that nice reflective look. But most importantly, it's used in visualizing the flow of liquids. Now, I've never actually heard of the technique rheoscopic fluid before, but I think I may have used this as a kid, and it seemed too good to be true for our testing, so let's see what it is and how it works. I ordered this from Amazon.com, and I was a bit confused with the color, and it turns out that you just choose the color you want by adding food coloring. So let's mix them up with a few different colors to see which one does the job the best. All right, so let's get started. For our testing, I have a bunch of food coloring here. I have purple, yellow, blue, green, red. I have a bottle. This is just plain tap water. And I have some of these nice wine glasses as well. I have 3 of these. A large amount of water. I have a plastic and a glass dish as well. Most importantly, I have Pearl Swirl Rheoscopic Concentrate. This is Steve Spangler's Making Science Fun. And I believe this is age 3+, 4+ maybe. So this is from Really Good Stuff brand, age 4 to 94. That's a bit strange. Adult supervision required, made in the USA, do not ingest. Doesn't actually say what it is made of though. So first up, we need to shake this a lot. Apparently this settles. And according to the label, if you have 213 bottles of this, you can fill your entire swimming pool with it. And I need to add about a tablespoon to a 1 liter soda bottle. So this is a little bit smaller than 1 liter. So half a tablespoon or so. I'll mix this up and see what it looks like. I probably want to add a little bit more. Wow, that is cool. That looks awesome. I'm surprised. That is so little that I had to put in there. Not too much. So a little bit of yellow food coloring. Three drops, 4 drops. All right, so give the yellow a stir, see what that looks like. Okay, let's move on to another color. Four drops. Give this a stir. Oh, that's nice. Blue seems to be the most recommended color. Maybe the darker the color, the better. So 4 drops. Ooh, that's nice. Didn't expect it to turn quite that dark. All right, let's put them all side by side, and then we'll do a stir test and see which ones look the best. I'm just going to adjust the level. The blue's a little low, the red is good, green and yellow are a little bit low. So I have changed my setup. I have light coming from the front. I have a camera from the front. And if I were to shoot from the top, it seems like a light from the top would be the best as well. Now this works so well because we can think of these like little plates, and they're going to be reflective more on one side than on the other. And when we have a motion or a current inside of a fluid, it wants to align itself with that. All right, so I have a light coming from the top. Let's see which one of these looks the best from the top. Well, I have to say I'm having a really tough time deciding. I definitely don't think the yellow belongs. Red, green, and blue, they all seem pretty good. Blue and the green maybe slightly better, but... Well, let's start with the green and see what that looks like in a full dish. Four more drops. Oh, the green looks really good. I'd like to give this a try as it is, and then we'll try the blue and maybe the red as well. So here is the same setup I used 2 videos ago for the fan, and I have the speed controller as well. Okay, just low speed. All right, that's interesting. Definitely a lot more informative than the previous sparkle test that I was doing. Oh, cool. You can see the vortex in the middle. And right there is exactly the information I needed to see. I wasn't sure exactly how much flow would be coming out of these two ports, and it seems like it is overpowering the others, and it's sending it backward. So for the upcoming duct challenge, we already have quite a few entries that have been submitted. These are all printed from the ABS glass fiber. This is the green, and here is the purple ABS glass fiber. And look at the work that he did on this one. Look how intricate that is. So he has intentionally tried to create a vortex type of effect, similar to what I was trying to do with the Medusa. And this one is called the Fugly Tornado X11 Northern Hemisphere. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, you need to mirror this so that it rotates the opposite direction. And this one here is called the Kraken. So I'm not a big fan of green on green, so I'm going to change the color now, and we're going to switch to maybe the blue. Green on blue I think is going to work really well. So what I did is really just dilute it and add a little bit more of the pearl swirl. And now I have a little bit of a lighter blue, and I think that's a lot easier to see what's going on. I think blue has to be the winner, not just because I have these all printed in green, but it just makes it a little bit easier to see, but not too dark of a blue. So we want to make sure that we have enough of that pearl concentrate in there. And I think I ended up with just 4 drops of blue. So this is a really simple setup, and I think I can easily go through every single one of the ducts just to see what the pattern is of flow coming off of them. This by no means is definitive information saying that one duct is going to perform better than the other one, but it should act to help us to determine why one duct performs better than the other one. So not only does this look amazing and we can see the flow much better, it does not make a big mess like my previous attempts did, and with a little bit of a stir we can get it going again even a day later. And it seems to be just as good several days later as it was the day I added the concentrate. So all I need to do now is come up with some sort of a mounting system so I can keep everything at the exact same height for a quick test and an accurate test. I hope you found this video visually stunning and interesting, and don't forget those likes and those comments as well so we can get that algorithm working well for the channel, and I'll keep coming with more unique and interesting content as well. Thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel and making videos like these possible. And if you like what I'm doing with the channel and you'd like to help as well, I will have a link down there below. Take care, and we will see you on the next one.